Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a story that has Dancing with the Stars fans buzzing. Bobby Bones, season 27 champion and radio personality, is finally opening up about the comments Tom Bergeron made years ago that left him shocked, hurt, and experiencing what he calls a minor meltdown. What really happened behind the scenes? Why did Tom's remarks cut so deep? And what truth is Bobby revealing now that changes how we see that controversial season? Stick around because the twists in this one will keep you watching until the end. Bobby Bones is no stranger to honesty, but his latest admission about his Dancing with the Stars journey is surprising even for him. The radio host who stunned fans by winning season 27 is revisiting a chapter of that experience, one that he says still stings today. And it all centers around Tom Bergeron, the longtime host beloved by DWTS fans. In a recent conversation, Bobby opened up about comments Tom made following his controversial win, remarks that, according to Bobby, hurt my feelings and left him dealing with what he describes as a minor meltdown. It's a side of the DWTS saga most fans never heard about. To understand why, we need to go back to 2018, when Bobby entered the ballroom as an underdog. He was not a trained dancer, he wasn't the judge's favorite, and he wasn't topping the leaderboard. But week after week, his enthusiastic performances and massive fan support kept him in the competition. And when he ultimately took home the Mirrorball trophy with pro partner Sharna Burgess, the reaction from the DWTS universe was complicated. Fans erupted online. Some celebrated his infectious energy. Others insisted the win was based purely on votes and not on dancing. Opinions flew everywhere, but the reaction Bobby says hurt most came from someone he greatly admired, Tom Bergeron. According to Bobby, Tom made comments after the finale suggesting that Bobby's victory showed how the show had shifted from judging dance to rewarding popularity. While Tom didn't target Bobby directly, the implication stung. Bobby says he felt as though Tom was diminishing his win, his effort, and the joy he brought to the season. Bobby admits he spiraled a bit after hearing Tom's take, saying, "It hurt my feelings more than I expected." And that's when he experienced what he calls a minor meltdown. Not a full breakdown, but a moment where the criticism overwhelmed him. For someone who had spent years working to overcome insecurity and prove critics wrong, the idea that even Tom Bergeron felt his win wasn't legitimate hit hard. But there's more to the story. Bobby also revealed that he had always looked up to Tom, long before joining DWTS. He admired Tom as a television icon, someone who had mastered the art of charm, humor, and live hosting. So when Tom weighed in on the season 27 results, Bobby took it personally. Still, Bobby makes it clear he's not angry at Tom. In fact, he says Tom has every right to his opinion. The issue wasn't the comment itself, but how unprepared Bobby was for the backlash around his victory. The pressure of suddenly being at the center of DWTS controversy was something he never anticipated. And that's where another twist enters the story. Bobby now admits he didn't fully grasp how intense the DWTS fandom could be. He wasn't ready for people to question whether he deserved the win or accuse him of ruining the show. But rather than hide from the criticism, Bobby says he's learned from it. In reflecting on the entire situation, Bobby shared something many fans didn't expect. He absolutely agrees that he wasn't the best dancer that season. But he believes that doesn't invalidate his victory. The show, he argues, has always been a combination of dance skill, audience appeal, personality, and connection with viewers at home. And in those areas, he felt he genuinely earned his win. Another layer to this story comes from his pro partner, Sharna Burgess, who faced major backlash in the aftermath as well. People claim she lost her integrity by winning with a weaker dancer. Bobby says this added even more emotional weight to Tom's comments, because he feared people would blame Sharna instead of celebrating her hard work. But here's the biggest twist. Bobby says that now, years later, he's actually grateful for the ordeal. It pushed him to develop thicker skin, to understand his own value beyond public opinion, and to separate professional criticism from personal worth. He even revealed that he would happily sit down with Tom Bergeron today and talk through everything. Not to confront him, but to express how much he respects him, even if the comments hurt. As for DWTS, Bobby still looks back on the experience with pride. The rehearsals, the performances, the joy of connecting with fans. Those memories outweigh the negativity. And even though he jokes that he'd never go back on the show because he barely survived the first time, he stands by the belief that he earned the mirror ball in his own way. So what does this reveal about the world of competitive reality television? That behind the sequins, smiles, and spray tans, there's real emotion, real insecurity, real pressure. And even years later, the impact of a few words can linger. Bobby's willingness to speak about his vulnerability is resonating with fans who remember that season vividly. Love or hate his win, there's no denying one thing. Bobby Bones brought heart, humor, and a room-shaking enthusiasm to Dancing with the Stars, and sometimes that's exactly what captures the audience's vote. And maybe, just maybe, it's time for everyone, including former hosts, to remember that the show isn't just about perfect technique. It's about connection. And Bobby Bones undeniably connected with millions.